This is just a wee point that I'm going to hit on. Sorry about the camera angle. My video of last night, when I spoke about the 90 odd cats in the one house type thing that were underneath the floorboards and coming through the ceiling and all the rest of that jazz. And the SSPCA came in and sort of captured them all and taken them away and blah blah blah. And like I said in my video last night, there was dead cats found underneath the floorboards. So, that being said and that being the fact, why isn't the SSPCA prosecuting this person for cruelty? Yeah, you know, 90 odd cats, all inbred, and obviously that doesn't happen overnight, obviously. And also the fact that there was dead animals, dead cats underneath the flooring. So that's cruelty. And even the conditions that they're living in, that's cruelty. Because, see, if you were a farmer, or anybody else who has animals, we'll make a comparison in relation to farmers. If their animals are living in a certain area of a shed or whatever during winter time, and they're lying in shit up to their belly, you know, they're starving, they're this, that and all the rest of it, the SSPCA step in. Same with people who have horses out, wintering horses outside. You know, people are that quick to phone the SSPCA when there is an issue. But yet, when the SSPCA find an issue, in this case, to the women who had the 90 cats, they do absolutely fuck all. Strange that, isn't it? Or is it just a one rule for one and one rule for everyone else? And the fact that they not only visited this particular house once, but twice in the 1 year, and I think they've been there 2 or 3 times prior to the visits of this year, back in the summer. So why didn't they pick up on it all? Why didn't they do what they usually do? Well, why didn't they do what they should have done, is actually enforce the rule of law? Or was it just a case that it was too much hassle for them? It would have cost them too much money? Or maybe they just couldn't be arsed. They wait for an easy target that they can move forward, either by commandeering or confiscating the animals. You know, and then billing and jail, taking the owner to court for mistreatment of animals. Why haven't the SSPCA done that? There's a question to ask yourself. Because I've had allegations that from the SSPCA by, I know exactly who it was, who put me in the mix. And all my dogs live outside. And maybe that's why I get reported, because my dogs are outside. But in the winter, they're all lying in shavings. Because at one point it was SSPCA who attended. I think it must have been during the winter, because there was bedding in the kennels. And they they were quite willing to go the full hog with me. But why not with this person with the 90 odd cats? And in my case, the SSPCA, on a phone call to one of the inspectors, she actually threatened me with, "We're taking your dogs." No, you're fucking no. Beat it. And then, was that 2019, during COVID? They had the audacity to attend again by some false report, which, fair enough, they've got to follow it up. And because it was during COVID, they acted like coppers. You know, give me your name and address and your date of birth. I'm like, fuck off, I don't have to give you in. How you do? No, you don't. I don't need to give you nothing. Can you sign this bit of paper? No. Oh, but you need to sign it. I don't need to sign nothing. And then they had the audacity to post it through my door with the explanation as to why it wasn't signed. Oh, it was due to COVID. So that would say to me that the RSPCA or the SSPCA are just a shower of cunts, and they just work it for themselves. And if you're a gobshite like me who's not willing to take their shite, they get really pissed off. You know, they think they have the God-given right to enter your premises, confiscate your animals, blah blah blah, which is fair dues if you're being abusive and they're living in shite and squalor and you don't feed them and all this kind of jazz. And you wonder why people don't go and give donations to the SSPCA. Well, you just need to look at the vans they're running about in. Brand new vans. They've got I don't know why they call them inspectors, because they're no fucking anywhere near it. They've got all these so-called people working for them who have no idea in the legislation of the law, but they think they are because, oh, we're inspectors.